And we're live. Welcome everyone to our November event. Thank you, our wonderful fosters, for taking the time today for showing your beautiful kitties. This is their opportunity to hopefully get adopted today with the holiday season approaching us. And to those of you who are watching us, welcome. Thank you for being our viewers today. And hopefully with the beginning of the new year and this holiday season, you, our wonderful viewers, are gonna maybe bring home some new family members and adopt some of our wonderful kitties, apply for adoption. We have quite a few kitties today to show to you today. We are not going to have a December event due to the holidays, but hopefully, we're going to get some nice applications today once you see those kitties and fall in love with them, just like the fosters did when they opened their homes for them. And welcome again. So when you're watching our event, just to let you know, if you're interested in any specific kitty, the way to fill an application for that would be, you would go to citydogsrescuedc.org, click on the link Adoptable Cats, and then type in the name of the cat that you're interested in applying for. And that's how you would get all the information on that kitty and the application to apply for that specific cat. So with that, please keep track of the names as our fosters introduce them. And we're going to start with Gracie and Queen. Gracie, are you with us today?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, there's two of me on here. So I've got one of me just on my computer and then one of Queen here. So this is Queen. Let me follow. Oh, she's about to do her favorite activity, which is to watch the street outside. She's 2 years old. She's a medium hair. She's a tabby with some calico on her legs. Here, let me turn on the light here and see her better. Her favorite toy is the laser, so she loves chasing that around. She's pretty playful, but at 2, she doesn't have that same kind of kitten playfulness. So she does love to sleep. She loves to be, she's now exploring, but she loves to be around her people. So I've set up this with my work at home desk, and this is her chair. She sits at it while I work, and she's so sweet. She's really good with kids, so she had a lot of exposure to that over the Thanksgiving holiday. Come here, sweetheart. And she loves to be pet and just really is not kind of sensitive to where you pet her or anything like that. She's good at using her scratcher. She's showing off now. And I think she would do really well in a home that can give her lots of love, but also is okay if you need to go into the office. So I go into the office about 2 or 3 times a week, and she has no problem with that. So let's see, her diet, she eats dry food with some wet food. But I've had to change her food once or twice just because I couldn't find something in the store, and she's had no problems with that. She's got a pretty hefty appetite. She sleeps with me at night in bed, just kind of cuddles up on the foot of my bed. And I know you got to say hello to everyone. And she's got the cutest little face. Looks grumpy, but she couldn't be sweeter. So her face does not do her justice, but still very adorable. And she'll come when I call her, especially in the mornings. If I call her name, she'll come and jump up on the bed again. So as you can see, she loves pets, especially this neck massage. So yeah, is there anything else I'm missing or that would be helpful for me to share?
She's absolutely beautiful, I have to say, especially those white, cute little paws.
I know, they're so cute. Here, she's got one like brown toe.
Yeah, definitely. Queen suits her just right.
Yes, agreed.
And what type of home do you think would fit Queen best?
So I live in a studio and she does just fine with that. And it's just me. Over Thanksgiving, we had lots of little kids running around, and she was really good with them, very gentle. So I think she would be fine with kids. I don't know how she is with dogs or other cats, but she has a very mellow personality. So I imagine she'd blend into most situations pretty seamlessly.
Wow, I bet she would. She's absolutely beautiful, so furry and fluffy. And to those of you who are watching us, look at this gorgeous kitty who is looking to start a new year in her new forever home. Looks like she loves to hide under the bed.
No. There she is. Can you say hello? I know. She's like, I found my favorite spot. So she does like to sleep under the bed sometimes, as every cat I've owned or had does, but she'll come out. See if I can get her with her toy. Come here, sweetheart. Oh, yeah, there we go. So she does love to play with her laser. She isn't the most coordinated, and she has lots of fur between her toes, so she slips around a lot on the hardwood floors, which is pretty adorable to watch. But yeah, she's definitely more of a cuddler than a player, I would say. But she does like to chase and occasionally try to eat the laser beam.
I can see that. Wow. And I do have to say that because of city dogs and city kitties, these beautiful cats got rescued. You know, for the holiday season, they have the wonderful homes of their fosters to be in, because our fosters opened the doors of their houses to save these beautiful kitties that, you know, our rescue pools shelters. And hopefully, again, with this beautiful holiday season, those of you who are watching us will open their doors and give these beautiful kitties who righteously deserve, after everything they've been through, their forever homes. So, to those of you who are interested in Gracie, I'm sorry, in Queen, my apologies.
No problem. I'm not up for adoption.
So you would go to the website, which is the City Dogs and citydogsrescuedc.org, to adoptable cats link and type in Queen, and it will give you all the information you need. Gracie, thank you so much for being with us today and for showing this beautiful kitty.
Of course. Thank you so much. Say bye, Queen. She's
Yeah.
ready to say goodbye. All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you. And then we're going to have a little bit of a change in order, if you guys are okay with it. And next, we're going to let Elizabeth and Almaty come in. Elizabeth, are you with us? Welcome. And we can't hear you. We can see you, but I can't hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. This is Almaty. He is a beautiful cat from Qatar who has been in DC for a bit now. And he's been with us for about 3 months. He's definitely in his sleepy time right now. So I've been trying to rouse him a little bit, and he's taken to doing a little bit of a lick session right now. But Almaty he's quite big, he's quite long. He kind of resembles an Oriental short hair a little bit. If you kind of look up that breed, they have these very long, thin bodies, very long legs, very tall. They do have very big ears. So Almaty's ears are not quite as big as that, but he's definitely quite an impressive looking, long and slender kitty. And he's pretty chill during the day because he likes to sleep a lot in the afternoon. In the mornings and evenings, he might be more up for some playing with lasers or mice, other toys, or he might chase around with our resident kitty, whose name is Taco, and they get along pretty well. Almaty is bigger than Taco, so Taco will sometimes try to provoke Almaty and get Almaty to chase him around, and then they chase each other for a bit, and then Taco ends up under a chair because he's a little bit smaller than Almaty. So I think pairing Almaty with another kitty is fine, but probably a medium-sized to larger kitty is good, so they can kind of match up physically.
Well, he's absolutely gorgeous, and he's an international traveler. He traveled all the way from Qatar. And Elizabeth, you've
Yes.
had Almaty for a while now. How long have you had Almaty?
We've had Almaty since I think the end of August or maybe early September.
Okay, so it's definitely for Almaty. It's time for Almaty to find his forever home because he definitely deserves it. He traveled all this way. City Dogs and City Kitties Rescue pulled him from another country to welcome him to US, and our wonderful foster opened her home for him. And we're hoping that you, our viewers, will open your doors and give Almighty his forever home that he so righteously deserves, especially for the holidays. You could fall in love with him just like I did by looking at him and welcome this beautiful new family member into your home. So, yes, he definitely deserves it after everything he's been through and traveling all this way. He's now a United States citizen, and he definitely deserves to stay here. So, Elizabeth, thank you so much. Does he have any preferences, like food preferences? Does he like?
No, he's a good eater. He's eaten all the foods we've given to him. He's good with kids. I know our daughter is 11. I know he was with a previous family that had a younger child and he was good with that child. So I think he's good with kids. He doesn't get provoked into nipping, or even if they're booping him, or if our resident cat Taco is nipping him, he doesn't really lash out. He's pretty tolerant of that, so that's nice. And on his profile, you'll see he does enjoy being in like a patio or a porch that's enclosed, so he can get a little bit of that fresh air. So that might be ideal for him, but I know he's been in apartments as well.
And he looks like he fits right in. So I am sure that he's going to fit in any home that chooses to take him in. He looks so lovable. Look at that. Elizabeth, thank you so much for bringing him today, for taking the time, and most importantly, for fostering for City Dogs and City Kitties. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And next, we have Kristen with Toy Kitties. Welcome, Kristen.
Hi, can you hear and see me and them?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
great. So this is the toy kitchen. There's 4 of them. They are just kind of waking up from naps and starting to get playful, but we've got right here is Barbie, and she is a short hair, mostly gray with some dilute calico. This is her brother Lego, who's a long-haired gray boy. He's the biggest one in the litter. Absolutely gorgeous, huge fluffy tail. And then we have the other girl who's Yo-Yo, who is right here. She is a long-haired dilute calico, also gorgeous. And then this sweet boy is Weeble, and he's a short-haired dark gray kitty with beautiful, let me see if I can get him, golden brown eyes. And these guys are a ton of fun. They all get along really well. I think they all, at this point, they're about 5 months old. So any of them could go solo to a new home, but also they could go easily in pairs, and pretty much any 2 of them would be good pairs together. They get along great. And they love climbing in tunnels. There's Barbie in her tunnel. Hi, sweet girl. And they love basically any toy. They are all, super energetic, good eaters, but all also really snuggly and affectionate. They'll kind of compete with each other for our attention. And all of them like to be held. All of them love to be pet. So yeah, they're just a great family. I think they would be good. They've been great with older kids that they've met. They are still learning how not to play with feet and hands, human feet and hands. So maybe with like the littlest kids, I wouldn't necessarily recommend, but they're also learning quickly not to play that way, or not to play too hard that way. So they're just, a total delight.
They are absolutely beautiful.
There's gorgeous Weeble with his beautiful eyes. And there's Lego again. Hi, Buzz. And Barbie.
Beautiful.
And
And Kristen, I'm sorry if you already mentioned it, but how old are the kittens?
they're just 5 months old.
Okay. And
So
to
just
those
about
of you,
21 weeks. Yeah.
they are so gorgeous, all of them. Oh my God. It's so playful. To those of you who are watching us, you have a variety here. One, two, three, or four. As many as you could find your heart to open the doors for and give a permanent home to. They're absolutely incredible. And as Kristen said, they would fit pretty much into any environment. So to those of you who are working from home, if you're looking for a cuddle buddy, or are they okay with being left on their own for a
Yeah,
person?
I mean they live, right now we have them sort of in a big bathroom where they spend most of their time, and then we just let them out when we can supervise. And they are completely content, independent. They kind of look out for each other. But like I said, I think any one of them would be at this point fine alone as well. So here's Weeble likes to climbing up the sink right now.
He's interested in that laptop.
Yeah, he wants to get his hands on the computer. But yeah, they're adventurous, but they don't get into too much trouble, which is nice for kittens. But they're all pretty curious. They all seem pretty fearless. Hi, baby. I would say Barbie is like the sort of sweetest, most snuggly one. She's the most interested in humans, but again, they're all very cuddly and affectionate.
Wow, just like in the movie.
That's right. That's right.
Well, they're absolutely beautiful. And to those of you who are watching us, hopefully you will find it in your hearts to open the door to these gorgeous, gorgeous little curious kitties who are just starting their life. And thanks to our wonderful foster Christine, she opened her doors and they have a chance of getting a permanent home because they have a temporary home where they could stay until they find one. Kristen, thank you so much for bringing them today, for showing them, most importantly, for fostering and being the CDCK foster. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. And next we have Anise with Kiki and Danielle. Anise, are you with us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Okay,
hear you.
let me get my camera. I got distracted buying cat treats online. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. So I have Kiki and Danielle. They are 6 months old. They are sisters. I've only had them for about 2 weeks. But they are super playful. Right now they're kind of chilling because I've been playing with them all day, but their favorite spot is to lay here and look over the city and up here. And I have a little treat for them too. They love to play, love to play. Especially Kiki, she's a little bit bigger and she's a little bit more outgoing. She will let you pick her up and pet her. She purrs really loud. Danielle is a little bit more shy, but she'll still let you pet her. She just doesn't like to be picked up. It's okay. Very, very sweet. I do have a cat at home, and my cat is not a huge fan of them, but they don't mind my cat at all. So I think that they would do really well with a cat. My cat is just not a fan of any cat because she likes to be the little queen. But they just ignore my cat when my cat tries to be mean to them. And they love to play. This one still likes to bite a little bit if you rub her on her belly. But this one doesn't. She's very, very gentle. Right, Gail? She goes crazy for this thing. I can literally get her to just go wild with this just by going like this. You want to go get it? Good girl. They love to play. This one loves to play too, but she will be a little bit, she won't jump as intensely as her sister, who's very, very crazy, but they'll all play together. They might be cuddlers in bed, but the problem is my cat likes to sleep in bed with me, but I'll wake up and this cat tree is right next to my bed, but I'll wake up with my cat sleeping on me and then these two sleeping right next to me here. very cute and cuddly. I have my cat in the other room so that my cat won't be annoying. See, she'll still bite a little bit if you pet her here. Um, but you really have to kind of provoke her to do that. So I think she'll still be fine with kids because she's not biting hard.
Right.
And you can hear her little purrs.
So just like they're different in colors and fur, their personality are different too.
Yes, she's a
Right.
little bit more shy, but she still likes to be pet. She's pretty much all black, but she has a cute little like bow tie in the front. Come here. Hey, baby. So she has a tiny little white patch right there. And she's trying to see what's going on here.
And see a little
But they're a bonded pair. They play really well together. They like all the same toys. They eat all the same food. I've only had them for about 2 weeks, and they immediately knew how to use the litter. Haven't had any issues. Yeah, so it's just been super, super fun. Thank you.
so they have to be adopted together. They have to go.
Yes. At least that's what it says on Shelter Love and what my understanding is. Would they probably be okay separately? Yes, but I think that they also love each other a lot. So I would like if they would go together too.
And do they prefer any specific foods or are they like pretty rugged eaters?
I give them Blue Buffalo and no, they love pretty much all snacks and all foods. They try to eat my cat's regular food. My cat tries to eat the kitten food. They try to eat the cat food, but um they'll pretty much eat anything. Very curious. Um but no preference otherwise. I usually give them about half a can of wet food a day and a few treats. And yep, that's about it.
And how long have you had them, Anise?
I've had them for 2 weeks. I had to take them from another foster who was moving out of town. So, a girl named Liz had them for in DC for a little bit longer. I think she had them for a few months before that since they were little kittens. So I got a lot of the toys and advice from her. Um, but yeah, but I've only had them for 2 weeks and they've pretty much just settled right in.
And
And
can you
I live in a pretty small place too, and they have fun with it still.
tell me again which one is Kiki? I'm sorry, which one is Kiki and which one is Danielle for
This
our
is
viewers?
Kiki.
Okay.
This is Kiki. She's our little long-haired tabby. Hi, little girl. And then this is Danielle. See, this is her favorite little spot. She likes to sit in her
Yes.
little thing. She has some eye boogies, but she's fine. But she just likes to look out over the city. She's so cute.
No, well, that's a beautiful view. I don't blame her.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
to those of you who are watching us, one thing that I could say, we all love getting Christmas presents and gifts. And the best gift that we could give to our little furry friends here is their forever home. So hopefully, those of you who are watching us will decide to give a gift to one of these beautiful kitties. In this case, hopefully, if you could take two into your forever home, that would be wonderful. We wouldn't want to separate them, so that they're comfortable and they continue to grow up together, just like our foster opened her doors to both of them to provide a temporary home. Anise, thank you so much for fostering, taking care of them. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I'm sure that our event will be helpful to find their forever home and for them to get adopted. Thank you so much for being with us,
Thank you.
telling us everything we need to know.
Say
Thank
bye.
Bye, guys. And next we have Jennifer with Selena and Sergio.
Hello.
Hello.
So this is Sergio, and he's a very handsome boy. He is about 6 months old, and I've got his favorite toy in my hand. And he is the biggest love bug. He is just the sweetest boy. He loves jingle toys. And he loves playing. He loves his buddy Selena, who's down here. We'll meet her in a second. But Sergio is just a lap kitty extraordinaire. He is fearless and playful and loves things that crinkle and jingle and rattle. And he is the master of a face snuggle. He likes to climb right up on you and just snuggle right up under your chin. and he's absolutely adorable and so sweet. He's such a sweet little boy. And for some reason, he absolutely loves this toy, and I can't find them anymore. So
Wow.
that's sweet Sergio. And then we have Miss Selena, who is very, very playful. Very silly. She loves, as you can see, the laser mouse.
Yes.
Selena is really, really smart. Come over here, Selena. Here. Come on, baby. She is such a smart girl. She is really sleek. And I don't know if you can tell from here, but she's just such a sleek and soft girl. She is just adventurous and wonderful and oh boy, smart, and just such a beautiful girl. She's got a little bit of a white patch just under her chin. And she loves to play with Sergio. She loves to play with our cats. She loves the Christmas tree we have just discovered. Ooh, she loves the Christmas tree. Climbing it, all the ornaments, all the things we have up high that she's able to get to. She's awesome. She's such Sergio. Sorry, Sergio is just being a goofball right now. But Selena is just such a sweet, sweet girl. She's such a sweet, sweet girl. They get along really well with each other. They like wrestling and playing and just hanging out. They're not bonded, but would do really well as a pair. I think Sergio really needs a buddy. Selena, I think you would want Selena to have a buddy because she's so smart. She would benefit from having a playmate, I think. I went down. But they are just such a good pair. They're not that picky about their food. They are great with a litter box. They're gentle. They like older kids. So the neighbors, the 8-year-old and the 11-year-old come over a lot and play with them. And they love those kids. They love all of our cats. They love anybody who comes in the door. And they've just been probably the easiest and most social fosters we've ever had. And they're just great.
Oh my God, they're beautiful. And they look so much alike. And you could see how shiny that beautiful fur is.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. And they're funny. Selena has the white patch on her, but when you really look at their faces, they don't look that much alike at all. But from the back, it's hard to tell who's getting into something.
Yes. And they look like they love playing with each other. So, so cute. How long have you had them?
We got them in the middle of October.
Okay. Okay, so they just arrived. Do you know anything about their past a little bit, or you don't? You don't have any info?
No, not really. They came from Southwestern Virginia, but we don't really know that much more than that. Sergio had a littermate, Jane, who got adopted by a friend of mine, actually. And Selena was an extra kitty that was about to be left behind, and we said, absolutely not. And so Selena came along, and now she and Sergio just love each other. It's really sweet.
Well, this is incredible. And we are so hoping that our event is going to help find these two a beautiful home for 2024. They just arrived. We pulled them from the shelter, as we do with all of our kitties, trying to give them another chance at life. To be saved and find their forever homes. And our wonderful fosters, Jennifer, thank you so much. And to your family for fostering them, for taking care of them, and for taking the time today to show them, to give them a chance, and to show our wonderful viewers these beautiful kitties who will hopefully find their forever home as a result of today. That will be the most awesome gift that we could give them.
It would be, and whoever gets them will be so lucky.
I bet, absolutely. They look like they're so much fun, and I bet they already have their favorite Christmas song picked and everything. So yes, I'm really hoping that, they're going to find their forever home. Thank you so much for taking such great care of them. And thank you for being with us today and telling us everything we need to know.
Thank you.
Thank you. And next we have Sue with Sparky, Alice, and Nikki. And hopefully I haven't missed anyone.
I'm here.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? All right. Do you hear me and see my little Sparky?
Yes.
Okay. So this is Sparky, and yeah, like several of the other ones, this is definitely mid-afternoon nap time. Sparky came with I believe there were 4 other ones. They were called the fire kitties, or they were rescued from a trailer fire is the point. And so they all had sort of fire related names. All of the other ones have been adopted. So Sparky is the last one who's here, and he's a big personality kitty. Again, this is him being very calm. He's definitely in the bed at night, coming and going and poking your face. So if you are a light sleeper, maybe that would drive you crazy. But also I have found that it's really easy to just toss absolutely anything out into the hallway and he'll chase it. You close the door and then everything is good. Since he was alone and very playful, we brought in this kitty who is Alice, who was also had been part of a litter. I think these cats are both somewhere around 6 months old, give or take a month. They're pretty big, but still definitely teenagers. So Alice also had been with a group and ended up being the last one left. And so some matchmaking was done just so they could both have somebody to play with here at my house, because my old kitties aren't that interested in this kind of stuff. When this Zoom started 20 minutes ago, these 2 were wrestling all over the floor, and I was thinking it would be pretty awesome if they would keep that up, but they crashed out and went to sleep. So anyway, that is Sparky and Alice, and I'm going to come over here and find the 3rd sleeping cat. This is Nikki. Nikki is really crouched out. She's actually extremely friendly and playful as well. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see she just made a chirp. Adorable. Sparky's up here. He's definitely always going to be where the action is. But so this one is also super playful. I have a bunch of her kittens in the next room. But she's definitely was a young mom, and she's about 1.5 years, I think, and she still, wrestles with her kittens very playfully. It's definitely she's as interested in the toys as they are. So it's pretty sweet. So that is these 3. None of them fussy eaters, all of them very cuddly, especially Alice. Like if you lie down, she's pretty happy to just lie in your lap for hours at a time. Super friendly.
So for each of them, I know it's a big question, but what type of households do you think, for example, for Alice?
So Alice she's kind of a middle of the road, kind of like, she's very playful with the other cats. It was super easy to introduce her to Sparky when she got here, and now she's checking out Nikki in there. But she's not as high energy as Sparky. Like people who want a cat that's going to amuse them and do hilarious things. Some of them annoying, but all of them, like, you wake up and he's sitting in the sink. That's really cute. Or so yeah, he's a higher energy one. Some people prefer slightly lower energy. So either of these 2, if you, they're still going to be running around the house playing, but not quite as much trouble as little Sparky over there. But yeah, every one of them is, I think would be great with kids, or, they on their own or together. And again, like I'm saying, if somebody adopted Sparky on his own, they would have to be prepared to pay attention to him.
So we have a choice for any household that we want. But to those of you who are watching us, if you prefer a calmer kitty, you definitely have a choice between Nikki and Alice. And if you want a little fireball who is going to keep you busy, you've got Sparky there. That's why he has a name. I know his past is not very happy past. That's why he deserves a really beautiful home. And he'll be a wonderful playmate if you welcome him into your home starting this new year. And Sue, you're incredible for fostering such different 3 kitties with different personalities. And it's incredible that you actually took the time to do the matchmaking so that your foster is not alone and they have somebody to play with. So
it's in both their best interest and in ours.
Of course,
right?
Absolutely. And that is incredible. Thank you. They have a beautiful home for the holiday season, and hopefully they'll find their forever home as the holiday season ends. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, we have Kristen with Beans, Java, and Precious. Welcome.
Hi there. This is Precious. She's a 7-month-old short hair tabby, and she's busy cleaning herself right now. She's pretty calm. She loves wet food. She loves pretty much everybody she's met. She needs a few moments to warm up before she'll approach you, but otherwise, she's a grown-up, dignified lady that is obsessed with cardboard boxes and stuffed mice. So, here, Precious, look up. Okay. But yeah, she is a little bit of a talker. So usually at about 4 o'clock in the morning, she wants to have a conversation. But otherwise, she's such an easygoing girl. And then I have 2 wild siblings, which they're pretty calm right now. But let's move over to them. This is Beans. Beans is about 4.5 months old, I believe, and his sister Java, who they are normally not this calm. They've been playing a lot while waiting their turn. And Beans is kind of the wild man, and he plays with everything and anything. And as you can see, Java is not a big fan of Precious. So come here, Precious. All right. But Beans loves Precious. Java, she's not so much of the fan. But they will eat anything and everything. They will play with anything and everything. Beans loves to be, hopefully I can get them to face the camera, but Beans loves to be held. You can hold him like a baby. He will ask to be picked up. He loves being carried. And look this way, buddy. Whoops. And both he and his sister, I think, are some of the best cuddlers I've ever had. So if you want a cuddly cat, when they're not running around and wrestling, they're perfect. They both like to snuggle really like tightly at nighttime. And no, it's okay. Come here, Java. Look here. So, even though Beans and Java are siblings, Java is a lot smaller than Beans. So you can definitely notice the size difference. Hey guys, look over here. Not there. Right here. But yeah, I would say Java, you can hold her for a little while, but she'll like to cuddle on your lap, but she prefers not being held for too long.
And are they good to go to different homes, or are they bonded?
They are best friends. I don't think they're necessarily bonded. They're definitely best friends. If you adopt, you definitely want them to have a cat friend if they don't go together as a pair. They would love to go together as a pair, but if they don't, they both need a cat friend, or you're going to be very busy keeping them out of trouble. Especially Beans, he will be on every counter surface. He gets into everything, and Precious is over there. She found her favorite mouse. But so they will entertain you nonstop in a pair. But if they're singles, then you're definitely going to want to. You're definitely going to have to keep them pretty busy yourself.
Okay. So that means that maybe a household with kids who love to play.
Yeah, I do think that they haven't met kids yet, but I think they're going to be okay with them. They always hear kids outside my apartment door, and they're very curious about them. They had a cat sitter for a couple days over Thanksgiving. They greet everybody at the door. They're honestly very, very happy kittens. And
again, we have a beautiful variety here. So to those of you who are restless sleepers and need someone to talk to in the middle of the night, you've got Precious there. Company. And then we have a nice coffee variety between Beans and Java. If you would like to take both of them into your home, or one of them, preferably both, if you could find a room and open your doors to these 2 beautiful kitties so they don't have to separate during their friendship, that would be wonderful. To those of you who are watching us, again, like I said, it would be the most amazing gift that we could give to these kitties after everything they've been through. And thank you so much, Christine, for showing them to us today, for being with us, telling us everything that we need to know, and most importantly, for fostering.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. And next we have Kathy with Tomato Kittens. Welcome. Hi, Kathy.
Hi. These are the tomato kittens. They also are called Roma's kittens. She was their mom. She found a home. These guys have not yet. So this is Tigerella right here. She's got a cute little white spot right here. She's the one that's different. There is, you can see, I don't know how to make my screen bigger. There is Campari up there on the tree. This is, oh, that's Tigerella. I don't know where Moneymaker went. Oh, and there's Mr. Stripey. They were all out like 30 seconds ago, and now they're all hiding, of course. Come on, guys. Hi. Okay, Tigerella. Oh, there's Miss Moneymaker.
Wow.
And they're about 7 months old. There's Mr. Stripey hanging out. So Mr. Stripey doesn't like to be alone. So he would do best in a home with preferably one of his siblings. He's a little more shy than the others. The girls could all go to a home of their own on their own. Just like the previous folks have mentioned, they're pretty playful. So if they do go to a home of their own, you just have to be prepared to play with them a lot. They haven't met kids. I think the girls would do fine with kids. I think Mr. Stripey, he just needs a slower introduction. Oh, goodness gracious. So that is Campari, the crazy one right there.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. I live in a 3-story townhouse. They do fine on all the stories. I do know that Mr. Stripey likes other cats. He'll like to go up to my other cats, and try to engage with them. One will play with him. The older ones are not as interested. But you can see they're pretty high energy kittens. So hi, Miss Moneymaker.
And you've had them for quite a while, right, Kathy?
I have. I've had them for about 5 months. So
Wow.
there's just a lot of tabbies in the rescue. So I think that's why they've been sort of passed over. But if you're looking for some antics and some fun siblings, they are really cute together.
Oh my gosh, they're really beautiful. And they've been to several of our virtual events, and at every event they shine. And to our viewers who tune in to several of our events, you could see these kitties, we keep showcasing them because they really do need to find a forever home. Kathy's been amazing. They lived with her for 5 months now, but now it's time for them to move on and find their beautiful forever homes. And the tomato kittens are the overall title, but if you go onto the website citydogsrescuedc.org, you will type in the name of the one that you are interested: Campari, Tigrella, Moneymaker, and I forgot the other one, Stripey.
Mr. Stripey.
Mr. Stripey. Yes. And you will get to adopt any one of these beautiful kitties who will make a wonderful addition to your household. So hopefully some of our viewers are going to get interested in them and fall in love with them, just like I did and Kathy did, because she decided to open the doors of her home to foster them. Thank you so much. They're gorgeous, every single one of them. And hopefully they'll find their forever home soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. And next we have Sarah with Estelle. Are you with us?
Oh, yes, but I didn't know my camera wasn't turned around. Oh no. How do I fix that? There we go. Okay, here I have Estelle. Estelle is about 2 years old. She is a very sweet girl who loves to play. Behind her is one of my resident cats who also would like to be playing, but we're talking about Estelle. She makes the most biscuits of any cat I've ever met. Just constantly, my house is full of biscuits. She's a very happy girl. She loves to purr and just get really comfy cozy by kneading down the blankets. She really likes toys. She likes to play by herself, with me, like right now, or she does play with my cats. Before they were playing and she was sort of like, she's 50-50 on that. She could do with or without them being here. But she does play with them, and she also likes to sit with them but again, she's like 50-50 on that. So I don't think she needs a buddy, but I think she'd be fine if she had a buddy. She really likes to snuggle like at night. She's not really a lap cat, but she likes to be touching, right? She's up against your leg. Her head rests on my feet. She's somehow always right near me if I'm relaxing. But when I'm working from home, she's not like in your face. She doesn't join my Zoom calls. She's happy to give me that time. And then when it's time to watch some reality TV, she's right there. She loves boxes. She loves windows. She only likes to be pet on her terms. So she'll let you know when it's time for pets, which is very hard to resist when she doesn't like to be pet when she's sleeping. So it's hard to resist when she's looking extra cute, but got to respect Estelle's wishes as she makes them so clear. And she doesn't scratch anything she's not supposed to. She likes scratching the scratchers. She likes treats. I'm trying to think, what else does she like? I don't know. She's just a very happy girl. She likes to sit by the window. It's too bad it's been cold and I haven't had the windows open because she really likes an open window.
Wow, so she's good at expressing what she likes and she doesn't like. And that's very important because it's kind of hard to read the mind of a cat. So if she clearly lets you know that she doesn't like to be pet at certain times, I think that's a very important trait.
Yes, and she just kind of gets up and walks away. She's not doing anything, bad, but she knows what she likes and when she likes it. Just like she knows that she doesn't always want to play when the other cats want to play, so she just doesn't. She's just very independent.
Yes, and she is absolutely beautiful. That fur is so multicolored and fluffy.
Yeah, she's very soft. If it's hard to tell on the computer, but she's very soft.
And she's got distinguished features on her face. So cute. Really, just adorable. My gosh, and how long have you been fostering her?
I got her in the middle of November, so sorry, October. So just over probably 6 weeks.
Okay, so she's definitely ready to find her forever home, and I am sure that she will very soon after our event. She is absolutely stunning, and you've been taking such good care of her that whoever decides to adopt her, they're gonna get a ready, beautiful, well taken care of cat into their household. And I'm hoping that as a result of our event, our viewers are going to go online and apply for beautiful Estelle, and she's going to become a member of her newfound family for 2024. That would be amazing. That's the best gift that we could give her. And thank you so much for bringing her today, for showing her, and most importantly, for fostering with us. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. And next we have Shelby and Dora. Shelby, are you with us? Okay, well, maybe Shelby will join us later, but right now, Margaret with Miles and Missy. Are you with us, Margaret? Welcome.
Yeah, sorry, I will turn my camera. So this is Miles and Missy. They're around between 6 and 7 months old. Sorry, I had my phone in the charger. But so this is Missy, and she has a little bit of they're both black short hairs, and you can tell them apart. Miles is completely black, and has a little bit. He's sort of significantly larger, but he also has sort of coarser fur. And then Missy has a little white spot on her chest and is smaller and has very soft fur. But they're very sweet. I've had them for about 6 weeks, and very chill, very, as you can see, playful, but also very, very affectionate. It makes me laugh a lot, honestly. Miles, when I come in, they're hanging out in my bathroom at the moment. So in the mornings, he will sometimes want to cuddle so much that while I'm like brushing my teeth or something, he'll try to like climb on my shoulders. So they're very funny, very silly gooses. But Missy is definitely an explorer. I know she can be very, very agile. And so if you have a space where the cats might escape easily. That'd definitely be something to watch out for with her. But they're very sweet. And let's see. Yeah, sorry, I had my computer in here earlier, so I haven't put the cables up. But they love this toy. They're very funny about. And Missy especially, sometimes she'll get like armpit deep chasing the ball around, which I just is. So they're very sweet. They're very fun cats to have, and they're very chill. I think that they adjust very quickly to a new space. It was sort of an ordeal picking them up from the temporary foster that they were at. This one got in a crawl space and we had to lure her out. But as soon as they were here, they were happy as a clam and really content to be like picked up and played with, and so they adjust very quickly. So that I think is very nice. And yeah, just they're very content. Miles, another cute thing that he does is when you pick him up, sometimes he will sort of put his paws up and sort of hold your face in his hands while you hold him, which I just think is so cute. So yeah, they're very sweet kittens, and very they I don't think that they're officially bonded, but they are very, like, it's clear that they care about each other a lot. Sometimes I'll come in and they'll go over to the food bowl and eat, with each other. And they're really easy eaters. I have them free feeding on dry food and then wet food one time a day. And it seems like Miles takes the lead on the dry food, and then Missy takes the lead on the wet food. But they're very easy and fun and just a pleasure to have.
So which one would you say? So they don't necessarily have to be adopted together because they're not necessarily bonded, but it would be preferable if they go to a home together.
Yeah, I think so. I would say that Miles, I think, is I think Missy is sort of the curious player of the two, and I think Miles is sort of the cuddler of the two. And so I would say I think that if they weren't adopted together, it would probably be good for each of them to have someone, because I think he might get lonely and she might get a little bored on her own.
I see.
But I think it would be really, I mean, I personally am really hoping that they do get adopted together, just because they do seem very sort of attached to one another. Like I said, they'll go over to the food bowls together, and it's really cute because it's like one of them goes over and the other one's like, good idea. And so they'll sort of follow over and get a bite to eat. Oh yeah, you can see her armpits all the way in.
And I am hoping that we could find a forever home that would take both of these beautiful kitties. They came together, they're being fostered together, and we would truly hate to separate them. And hopefully they'll find their beautiful forever home where they will both be happy, because they will keep each other company, which is definitely less hassle for the owner. And it looks like they would probably be okay with kids as well.
Yeah, they've been, I mean, honestly, I feel like everyone that they have interacted with, they've been just nothing but sweet, kind little kitties. I know my sister was really hoping, I have a resident cat, who they're pretty chill with. This one does like to chase her around. But so my sister really wanted, to see if there were cats that she could like pick up and cuddle like babies, and they definitely are on board with that, which is very fun. So yeah, if they're in like a new space, or if there are a lot of people, they will need like, a few minutes of maybe playing or something to sort of, get comfortable. But I think that they adjust very easily, and they're very sweet. And they make me laugh. They're very funny too. I know they're in the bathroom right now, so sometimes, in the shower they'll like poke their head in, or I'll have to nudge them off the side of the thing, because I don't think that they would like falling in. But it just they're very funny, and they're just very sweet, wonderful kittens. So I know whoever has them, whoever ends up with them, will have a wonderful time, because it's been a pleasure to foster them.
Well, Margaret, thank you so much. I hope that they're going to find their forever home with the help of our event. And thank you so much for fostering them, for bringing them today, for taking the time, for opening the doors of your home. Without you and fosters like you, we wouldn't be able to do. So thank you so much for telling us everything we need to know about them today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And next, we have Maura with Ali and Astrid. Are you with us? Maura? Okay, well, we're gonna move on to Tanisha with Musical Kittens. Are you with us, Tanisha?
Yes, sorry, let me flip it.
Yes, I.
Okay, so first I have here is Lyric, and he's in one of his favorite spots right now, which is bird watching. He's a big fan of cat TV.
Wow.
So he's a big fan of cat TV. So he was just passed out a little bit with his brother, who is Tempo, who's right here. Tempo kind of always looks like he's a little bit surprised. So he has much rounder eyes than Lyric. Lyric kind of always looks like he is a little bit suspicious of everything you're doing. They do, as they've gotten older, I've had them since April. So they're about 7.5 months old now, and I've had them since April. So I've gotten very well acquainted with their personalities. They're two of what were 6 siblings. All of their other siblings have been adopted. All of their siblings also went to great homes and adjusted almost immediately to their homes. They're super cuddly. They're very playful. They're incredibly intelligent. They are. So maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, I would have said that they would be okay being separated, but they would have to be in a home with a really, really active younger cat. At this point now, I think that they're a little bit too bonded. They're too connected that they could be separated. They're very vocal. They like to talk a lot. They're not talking as much right now, but they will in a minute, especially if I shake any food or catnip.
Wow.
So they're super snuggly, and they're snuggly in slightly different ways. So Lyric wants to sleep with me all night long. He pops down next to me in bed into a tight little ball, and then that's where he stays. He sleeps there basically next to me the entire night, doesn't want to move. Or he wants to be a lap cat. So he'll scream at me when he wants to sit with me. He will scream at me and sing me the song of his people until I sit down for him. Temp, on the other hand, he also will yell at me, but his meow is slightly different. So I usually get screamed at by Lyric, but Tempo does a meow meow, and he likes to give kisses. So Tempo is a big fan of smushing his nose and face into your face. He's also playing with this is one of my resident cats. So they're very good with other cats. She's a little over a year old. My other 2 resident cats are 11 and 10, and they do great with them. So they're great with other cats. They have been exposed to kids. I have a 5-year-old neighbor across the street. They weren't necessarily super snuggly, but they were very playful. They're very good about hands. So none of my fosters, residents, anyone is allowed to play with hands. Favorite toys. Lyric loves the sparkly crinkle ball. He loves one of his favorite things. Oh, and there's another one of my residents. But when it comes to toys, they pretty much like any toy. So any of these, they like the tennis ball. They like this. This is a dressage whip for horses. Okay, Chow. This is just a blankie that they like. So they will sometimes carry it around, but they like to knead on it. And they just kind of like, and again, they'll carry it around, but it's just a comfort thing that they like, and it would kind of go with them. You know, they'll be happy with the stuffed toy. They'll be happy with the jingle ball. They also are a big fan of, any pieces of trash you have lying around. This is a bag that we've had in our house for several days. It's trash, but they love it. So right now, it's a cat toy.
Oh, wow.
They love cat. So they're big fans of catnip. Food preferences wise, I would say anything edible, they're going to be happy to try and get into. They are not fed anything edible every day. They are fed Blue Buffalo kibble and Blue Buffalo soft food. But then they get additional treats as well. So they'll get cooked shrimp, they'll get ham, they'll get turkey. And here's another resident.
Oh my God.
So they get fairly spoiled here. They get full run of the house. They have excellent litter box manners. So at first, we slowly moved the litter boxes closer and closer to our basement. So our litter boxes aren't close for them, and they do a fantastic job of not making any messes here. They love to play with each other. They are super, super playful with each other. They're playful with my younger resident cat. And as I said before, they are very smart. So if they're not going together, I hope you have a lot of things to keep them busy. Actually, they pretty much have to go together, because even with them together, they're still a little bit mischievous. I would consider both of them as having what I would call little brother energy. They kind. I don't know if anyone has any younger siblings, particularly a brother. They are almost always going to follow you around and be like, "I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you." But then be there to snuggle in your lap immediately.
Wow, they're so cute. Oh my gosh.
Some of their favorite activities are going to be playing with each other, sitting with me, following me around the house, bird watching, getting into mischief. They like to sit by the fire when we have a fire, or they like to sit up there or Lyric likes to sit up on the mantle and watch the birds. We do have a lot of plants in the house, and they haven't been too damaging to them. So I've been pretty happy with that. Yeah, you guys playing?
Oh. This is incredible. And to those of you who are watching us, I could say, just like you can't separate the three tenors, I don't think you could separate this duo. So it's a beautiful musical duo that, you know, would go into your household and fit right in. They're going to provide entertainment. They're going to just be the best buddies that they can be. And it's time that they find their forever home. And hopefully with the help of our viewers who are ready and willing to take them in, because you had them for a while. Wow. And they righteously deserve.
And they do like belly rubs. But Lyric likes belly rubs more than Tempo. Tempo, when he gets pet, though, differences between, he wants to be like annihilated when he's pet.
Wow.
He's really hard pets, which is, I always find kind of cute. And then Lyric is going to be a little bit more, I want to say, he doesn't want to be pet as heavily, but I can usually knock him over like I just did, and he'll get a belly rub, which is a big fan of, huh?
Cuddly, musical, and they're absolutely lovely.
And for anyone out there, another odd thing about Lyric, I am actually pregnant, and he is bump obsessed. He loves to lay against my bump. He loves to make the baby move. He loves to like chat at her. So he spends a lot of time. He spends a lot of time just sitting on my bump and keeping me company and warming it. So he's also a fantastic incubator if anyone is pregnant and looking to get their baby to cook a little faster.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for telling us that. That is very important to those who are watching us. And hopefully our event will help them find a forever beautiful home so that they could sing together there and be happy.
Anyone would be so lucky to have them. They're just such a joy. And I feel bad for whoever their forever home is, because I've had so much wonderful time with them. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tanisha, for fostering them, for opening the doors of your home, and for being with us today and telling us everything we need to know. Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. And next we have Amy with Tom. Amy, are you with us? I could see that you're with us, but I don't see your video. Amy? Okay, then we're going to move to Eleanor with Henry and Swirl.
Hi, this is Jackie. Sorry, I'm standing in for Eleanor because I'm taking care of the cats while she's out. But let me bring you, sorry, I was not expecting quite there. This is Swirl. Hey, Swirl, come say hi. And this is Henry. They are a 3.5-month-old bonded pair. They're quite friendly. I don't know if you can see, so Henry is a decent size larger than Swirl, but I think they're actually a little bit big even. Both of them are a little bit big for 3.5 months old. They're very sweet, very playful cats. They they're very good at playing by themselves and in fact finding their own toys. As I found, they've been discovering the floss picks in the bathroom recently and just have scattered them all over the room. But they're very good at entertaining themselves, but they also like to come to see you. Typically, if they're not in their afternoon sleepy time, which is right now, they're both pretty chill. When I open the door to my the second bedroom that they're hanging out in, Henry will come running to say hi, and Squirrel will be a little more reserved, but is usually behind Henry in a few moments. I'd say that Henry's a little bit he's really attached. I've only had them for 2 or 3 days, but whenever I'm in the bathroom, he likes to come and nuzzle up and like hang out around my feet. He will jump into your pants while you are on the toilet, so be warned about that. They also really love playing in the bathtub after you've had a shower and just getting wet. But they won't go into the shower while you are showering like some cats. So they're not quite that peepee. Um, but they're really adorable. Henry loves to lay on your legs if you're taking an afternoon nap or watching TV on the couch or sleeping. And Swirl will either be just out of reach, right at the bottom near your feet, or she will be right up on top of your neck. So she's kind of all or nothing.
Wow, they're beautiful. Are they bonded?
They are bonded. They do this very cute thing where when I first put down food, they will go eat together. And I've never tried feeding them separately, but Eleanor mentioned that she would occasionally try to put down 2 plates. And instead of each of them going to one plate, they'll go to one plate, finish it up, and then they'll go to the other plate together. So they are extremely bonded.
Oh my gosh, and they're so beautiful. The
Yeah.
fur,
Swirl's got these gorgeous patterns. Like they're both tabbies, but I think Swirl's pattern is a little unusual. I don't know if you can see how well you can see this really pretty pattern on her fur. Okay, sorry to interrupt, Swirl. They're both very good at being picked up too. If they're not trying to play, they will do the sort of flip them over and hold them like a baby and snuggle them sort of thing. They purr really easily and are very cuddly. And they're pretty good at not scratching anything they're not supposed to. The only time they've ever tried to scratch the couch is really when they're climbing it. Otherwise, they're quite good at using the scratching post that you can see here, and otherwise not really scratching. They do play a little bit sometimes with your hands and feet. They're still kind of learning not to do that, but they don't bite hard at all. So they're really not, they don't tend to leave scratches or anything like that when they do that.
And that's part of growing up. That's okay. They'll eventually grow out of that. And do you think they will do well in a household with kids?
I will be honest, I don't have much experience with children myself, and so I couldn't say, but they seem to be very gentle, and they're very good at sort of getting in and out of places. So I imagine that they would be fine with children.
Okay.
They definitely are very curious. They love to explore. Henry's always leading the way on that. And so they, every time I open a closet or something like that, they're instantly trying to figure out what's going on in there.
Wow, they're absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh. And I'm hoping they're going to find their forever home as a result of our event. And one thing that I forgot to mention, our events are not only live, they are recorded. So to those of you who are watching us, if you know someone, and you want to share the link to the event with someone that you know, please feel free to do so because that event will be there on Facebook and YouTube for other folks to watch anytime they want to tune in afterwards, after the event is over, and see if they would like to apply for some of our wonderful, wonderful kitties. And hopefully Henry and Swirl are going to find their forever home in the new year because it is a season of giving and we would love to give them and find a forever home for them. Jackie, thank you so much for showing these beautiful kitties instead of Eleanor. That's very kind of you and giving us all the important information that we need to know. We truly appreciate that. And thank you for assisting with fostering these beautiful kitties.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Amy, I know you're back, so you're welcome.
You're on?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. So this is Tom. Tom is about 3 years old. He's a short-haired gray tabby. He is incredibly confident and outgoing. He loves people. He loves to play. He loves to explore. He has a ton of energy. And he really loves to interact with people, to be kind of in the mix, be in the thick of things. just know everything that's going on in the house, hang out with people. He's very interested in our resident kitty. He's really, really active and confident. Came into the house, was just not the least bit concerned about anything, just wanted to explore, look around, see what was going on. He had a trip to the vet and he just jumped out of his carrier. He was up on the counter, he was looking around, he was just incredibly curious and confident. Tom also is very good about chilling out. So I work from home and he will sit in my office with me and we play several times a day at least, but he will just sit on my desk or sit beside the desk and rest and take it easy. So he's not like, going constantly, but he definitely loves to have his playtime. He loves this little toy. He loves the little wand toys. He likes his little mouse sometimes. He's got great litter box habits. He is great about using his tall scratcher. He doesn't scratch any furniture. He doesn't go after the rug. He doesn't do anything. He has wonderful manners. He is pretty good about eating we've given him wet food and dry food. The only preference he has sort of shown us is that he doesn't really like his food cold right out of the refrigerator. He'd much rather have it warmed up a little bit. But other than that, he is not particular at all.
Wow. And he is such
One thing to know about Tom also is he's not a lap cat. He likes to be near us. He likes to sit nearby. He likes to be pet. He doesn't like to sit on a lap and he doesn't like to be carried around or held, but he definitely likes to be near people and get pets and be, just be part of things. We don't have kids in our home and I don't know if he's ever met children, but we feel that he would be very good in an active home, a busy household, probably, with a home where there's a cat savvy family and the kids are a little older and cat savvy, because he's just super busy, active, and I think he would really enjoy having a lot of activity around and being included in all the activity. So if you had a bunch of people to play with him, that would be great. I think he'd probably be okay with dogs. And I think with a confident cat as well, but not a cat who is, fearful or, super submissive. Because I think Tom's a little bit of an alpha kitty and, needs somebody who can kind of keep him in that regard.
Okay. And I can't hear you that well. I am so sorry.
Oh, come down. You can't hear me well.
Now I hear you.
Oh, did you hear any of what I was saying?
No, just a few seconds ago. No, I didn't because it kind of moved away from the mic.
Okay. So Tom, I think the kind of household he would be best in would be a busy home, an active home, where there's a lot of activity and he can really be part of things with the family. Where there's just a lot going on because he's very curious and very active. And
Okay.
I think that he would be good with a dog, and or confident cat. A cat that is not submissive. Because Tom's a little bit of an alpha kitty.
Okay.
And, would not want him to be, making any other pet feel uncomfortable because of his level of.
And the sound is going out a little bit again. I've heard everything you said, but now I can hear it better. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that he needs to be with a confident, if he's with it would be nice for him to be with other pets and a confident cat or dog, I think would be best suited for him because he's very, very confident and alpha.
And he definitely looks, he's a distinguished gentleman. That blue bow color fits him so nicely.
He dressed up for the occasion.
I can see it. He's definitely a star of the show today. He's absolutely beautiful. And he would be fine to go as a lone cat as well, right?
I think he would be, but I think he really will want to have other individuals to engage with, whether they're human or pets.
Okay.
You know, he really likes to play and have attention.
So to those of you who are watching us, wow, this is a beautiful cat that hopefully you can take into your household and open your doors for him to find a forever home. He is absolutely gorgeous and he will make a wonderful household member. Whether it's a busy household, hopefully preferably for it to be a busy household, or even a calmer household, he will keep you busy. And he will make a wonderful company, being involved in all the affairs, but not too involved. So kind of having that independent part of his personality. He is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Amy, for fostering him, for showing him today, for telling us everything we need to know about him. And hopefully he will find a forever home soon.
I hope so. And he'll settle in immediately. He'll be part of the family the minute he walks in the door.
Thank you so much for that. So he's adaptable too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today. And next we have Ryan with David and Johnny. Welcome, Ryan.
Hello, welcome. I have David right here. He is gray, currently short hair, but might become medium hair, and he's very into his churu. He is about 14 weeks old. I took him in with his mom and siblings when they were about 13 days old, so I've had them since August. This is his brother, Johnny. He might end up being a panther, but it's still a little unclear. He arrived kind of really flecked light gray, and he's gotten darker as time has gone on. So he must have had a fever coat as a kitten. So these two are not necessarily a bonded pair, but they do very well together. They don't need to be adopted together, but they are very cat friendly, very cat centric, and would do best in a home with another cat. David here, well, so these two were named after Schitt's Creek characters, and they basically live up to the character names. David can be a little standoffish, like he prefers receiving attention and affection in the ways that he wants, not the ways that I want. Although when he was younger, he was very much a lap cat. So it's entirely possible he might come back around to being a lap cat. You know, they're at this age, their personalities haven't formed yet. So they're still deciding who they want to be. Johnny here is, trying to show you his face, but David loves the churu too much. Johnny is very outgoing. He loves new people. He loves new friends. Both cat and human. And sorry, David's trying to get more of the truth. I know, honey. So Johnny is very, very outgoing. He likes new friends. He would probably be okay with kids. I don't know if David would be, just because David is a little more reserved. But the two of them are both just lovely cats. Johnny has decided lately that he is definitely a lap cat. He loves to purr and cuddle. And so basically he would be thrilled in any home where he can purr and cuddle with humans and other animals. He might even like a dog friend, honestly.
Wow. So you have two beautiful kitties, which would suit any household. To those who may prefer, a more active kitty or a more calmer kitty, you could, pick and choose from these two beautiful kitties that we have here, or maybe take in both of them into your household. They will do wonderfully. Look at that beautiful face.
So they have been described as polite, which is very much the case. They are not troublemakers. Usually cats at this age are tiny little tornadoes. And these two are actually pretty calm compared to, buddy, compared to other kittens of this age that I've had before. Okay, look at the camera. We're gonna look at the camera. They are polite. They're pretty easygoing. They have excellent litter box manners. They've been really easy to care for. And so I imagine they would be easy for any adopter.
As long as you have a churro, you've got it made. My goodness, and you've had them for a while too. So I'm truly hoping that these two beautiful kitties will find their forever home as a result of our event. They've been doing so wonderfully, and thank you for fostering them and taking such good care of them. CDCK pulls them out of shelters, and thanks to our wonderful fosters, these kitties have their temporary home, which paved the way to their forever home. Thank you so much, Ryan, for showing them today and for being with us today. And I'm going to give a last shout for either Shelby or Maura. If any of you guys are with us today, it doesn't look like it. So that concludes our event for today. To those fosters who are still with us, please feel free to turn your camera on one last time to show these beautiful kitties. And we're not going to have an event in December. We'll resume in January. To our wonderful viewers, hopefully you found a kitty or kitties that you could welcome into your beautiful household starting 2024. Like I said, it's the season of giving, and the least we can do is give these beautiful kitties their forever home. That will be their best gifts that we could give to our furry friends. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. Thank you, fosters, for fostering, and thank you, viewers, for watching us today. Everyone have a wonderful holiday season and happy 2024. See you in January. Take care, everyone.